Ironvale Dam was built deep inside the Canadian wilderness, surrounded by frozen mountains and endless forests that disappeared into white storms for most of the year. It was one of the largest hydroelectric structures in North America, but its true history was buried beneath classified engineering files. Workers didn't fear the dam itself. They feared what was beneath it. The deep flood tunnels were never mapped properly. Every blueprint stopped at a sealed section marked only as Spolvolvolvjod. Nobody was allowed there after midnight, and every worker knew the rule. If you hear knocking underwater, leave immediately. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks again. That was how it always started. Marcus Kane arrived during a blizzard after 17 workers vanished in less than a month. He was a structural engineer, but his military background made him the government's last option. The moment he stepped into Ironvale, he noticed something off. No birds, no wildlife. Even the wind sounded wrong, like it moved through empty tunnels beneath the earth. Director Amelia Graves met him at the control station. She didn't waste time. "This dam is not failing because of age," she said. "Something is moving inside it." Marcus reviewed the footage immediately. A maintenance worker enters Tunnel 7 during a blackout. Red emergency lights flicker. Water rises slowly around his boots. Then the shadow appears beneath the reservoir. Massive, unnatural, the worker turns. The screen fills with static. He disappears. That night, Marcus hears it. 2:13 a.m. The entire dam vibrates. And then the screaming begins. Thousands of voices, all speaking at once from beneath the reservoir. The next morning, Marcus descends into the deep flood tunnels with armed guards. The deeper they go, the colder the air becomes. Ice forms on metal pipes, even though water flows nearby. Then they see the walls. Not cracked, not damaged, pushed outward from inside. Something had been growing beneath the dam for years. The flooded generator chamber opens ahead. Black water fills the lower half of the room. A pale face rises from the surface. It is one of the missing workers. But his eyes are completely white. He smiles, then sinks. The water explodes upward. A colossal hand breaks through the surface, skin like translucent ice. Human bones visible inside. The creature rises. Not fully human, not fully alive. A prison of trapped bodies fused together beneath the dam. It screams, and every speaker inside Ironvale echoes it. Construction shakes. Marcus barely escapes before the chamber collapses. Back in the control room, Amelia reveals the truth. Ironvale Dam was built over a prehistoric entity discovered during excavation in 1954. The government sealed it beneath water pressure strong enough to hold back continents of ice, but the ice is melting. The prison is weakening. That night, everything fails. Power dies. Emergency lights flicker, and the reservoir begins to rise upward instead of down. The creature emerges. A towering humanoid mass wrapped in chains older than civilization. Inside its body, countless human faces scream silently. It does not attack. It remembers, then it begins walking. Toward the world above, the dam collapses behind it. Marcus activates emergency explosives. The explosion destroys half the structure. For a moment, silence returns. Then beneath the black water, something opens its eyes again and smiles. Raven Hollow Dam is not on any map. No roads lead to it. No satellites are allowed to scan it. It exists only in classified government systems. Dr. Sarah Mercer arrives after multiple research teams vanish underground. The facility is built inside a mountain, surrounding a vast underground reservoir known as the Mouth. The water is black, still. Too deep to measure, nobody enters the lower sectors alone. Commander Ethan Cole escorts her through sealed corridors. Every door requires biometric clearance. Armed guards watch every hallway. Nobody looks at the water. Not directly. Sarah notices the whispers first, coming through ventilation shafts at night, at first random. Then her name, repeated, slow, patient. She follows the sound into an abandoned observation deck. Below her, the reservoir stretches endlessly. Then something moves beneath it, an eye, massive, opening slowly under the surface. It blinks and disappears. The next morning, Ethan tells her the truth. Decades ago, drilling uncovered an alien structure beneath Raven Hollow. At its center was a biological entity generating geothermal energy. They called it the Sleeper. The dam was built around it to keep it contained. But 6 months ago, it began to wake. Every pulse causes earthquakes. Every pulse changes people. Sarah is taken into the lower restricted chamber. There she sees it, a gigantic living mass beneath the reservoir. Veins stretch through stone like roots through soil. It pulses slowly, like a heart. Then the alarms activate. Containment breach. Security feeds show pale humanoid creatures crawling from flooded tunnels. They move like insects, fast and silent. Anyone touched changes within minutes. Skin darkens. Eyes turn black. Bodies deform. The infection spreads instantly. Chaos erupts. Sarah and Ethan flee toward the reactor chamber. Along the way, Sarah decodes alien symbols carved into the walls. The truth is horrifying. The Sleeper is not alive. It is a weapon. A planetary infection system. Earth was marked long ago. The dam is only delaying the process. Inside the reactor chamber, Ethan begins the overload sequence. Explosion may destroy everything. Or not. The reservoir drains downward. The Sleeper rises. A massive eye opens across its surface. A voice enters Sarah's mind. The surface is open. Below them, thousands of eyes awaken in the dark, waiting. Sarah and Ethan escape moments before detonation. The mountain explodes. Fire consumes Raven Hollow. Official story: geothermal accident. But weeks later, earthquakes spread across the continent. And something still beats underground. Slow, patient. Alive, Stonegate Dam lies in a desert canyon forgotten by civilization. It is older than recorded history. No one knows who built it. The walls are covered in symbols that repeat one message: do not own the water. Local tribes avoid the canyon. They say the water is not water. It is a seal. Helix Mining arrives searching for underground minerals. They begin draining the reservoir. Archaeologist Ryan Holt joins the project and quickly realizes something is wrong. Beneath the dam are massive chains. Floodgates carved from unknown metal. Tunnels too large for human construction. Everything points to one truth. The dam is a prison. The water is the lock. As levels drop, workers begin experiencing nightmares. They see themselves drowning in black oceans. Watching eyes above them, some refuse sleep. Some go insane. One worker tears out his own eyes, screaming, "It's under the water!" Then disappearances begin. Wet footprints appear inside sealed tunnels. People vanish during night shifts. One man is found standing in the reservoir. He whispers, "It remembers the sky," then walks into the water. Ryan translates the final inscriptions. The dam was built by an extinct civilization to imprison colossal beings beneath the canyon. Lowering the water weakens the prison. And now it is breaking. During a desert storm, the floodgates open by themselves. Black water erupts from below. Then the first creature rises, a giant towering over the canyon. Stone-like flesh, chains embedded in its body, eyes glowing red. It does not attack. It awakens. Then more rise beneath it, dozens. The entire canyon was a containment field. Military strikes fail. Missiles do nothing. Ryan and Commander Elena Ward prepare demolition charges. The only option is collapse. Explosions tear through the canyon. The ground folds inward. The dam disappears under rock and sand. Silence returns. Official report. Gas explosion. But satellite images show movement underground. Something traveling beneath the desert, heading outward. And every river near Stonegate begins turning black, as if the water itself remembers.